Hi, and welcome back to another Harry's Hobbies video where I'm working on the Pegasus Nautilus submarine model. And step one is just a basically, I'll let you see right here. It's an inventory of the parts. So I'll be moving on to step two, which is, according to this, the interior assembly and painting. You can see here. And since I built this model before, I did learn a few little things throughout the other builds. And that is on parts C1, C2, and B1, which is basically, this is the bottom of the ship, is when you remove these from the tree, for some reason they left a pretty good chunk of plastic right where the parts meld together or go together. And they also left, which is fortunate, but it wasn't really necessary, a large piece that will go into these holes right here. So the problem with leaving those plastic sprue release pieces the way they were is this piece, it made this piece not want to fit together correctly. So you spend a lot of time using this and sandpaper and shaving and getting it to fit just right. Now on most of this model, I will be using the Tamiya liquid cement for a couple of reasons. I want to get it to flow into the gaps, and I also want a good bond, but I want it to be a relatively fast bond. And that this glue works great for that, because it's just a matter of getting it into the small little crack that runs along the length of this and holding it together for a few seconds to give the glue a chance to set up so that we can continue on. Now this does go on to here in kind of a specific way. So we've got these outboard extensions that are sticking out here. We want to have the short part of this facing towards those, and it will slide into place, hopefully without much trouble and too much foreboding. And it looks like I'm going to have to just give this a little bit of a ream, which is not a huge deal. And then we make sure we get it lined up correctly again. Place that little nub up, and that's why it's not fitting right. There's one little nub, that's what I call them, they're little nubs, right here that needs to come off before it will fit all the way down. I don't know why they put the molds together in that fashion, but it's not that tough to get apart. But for as detailed as this model actually is, it really surprises me that they didn't spend just a little bit more time taking care of that. Now, for this piece, this is the C1 and C2 that are connecting to the B1. I want to get a very good bond. We take the liquid cement and go all along the edge pieces so that it gets a very good tight bond. And the Tamiya glue, what it does is, since it's an acetone type base, this actually goes in and will melt the plastic to a certain extent and provide a really solid bond between the two pieces, actually, or whatever piece you're putting together. And I don't concern myself with any of the overages because this has not been primed yet, and that's what will come up next. Is the priming of it. So that's part B1, C1, and C2. And then it's also going to have, I'll be working on the interior periodically, because that's actually goes, the interior actually mounts here onto these 5 posts on the interior. And needless to say, we won't be doing that right away. There's a lot of detail that's going to go into the interior part, so that's going to take some time. So I'll kind of work on this, do some painting, and then I might jump around a little bit and put like the window mask onto the windows and that sort of thing while stuff is drying. So that's where we stand on that part. So hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. As I said, there'll be more to come. And again, thanks for watching.